The Kansas City Chiefs are reporting to training camp, and we will finally get our first look at Xavier Worthy and the rest of the team and some of the new rookies. Andy Reid opened up camp, addressing some injuries and other questions. This week's pre-camp practices will give the Chiefs rookies a chance to get used to the daily routine under Coach Reid in St. Joseph, known as one of the league's most challenging training camps, both physically and mentally. The Chiefs are among the few teams still holding an off-site training camp away from their facility. Despite the extended time away from home, quarterback Patrick Mahomes highlighted several benefits of the Chiefs training camp experience when speaking to reporters. He also mentioned that he's bringing a TV with him because the new NCAA College Football 25 came out. Speaking of the new NCAA game, if you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe with notifications on so you never miss a College Football 25 stream. I stream daily. The idea behind this pre-camp, which includes 3 practices before the rest of the team arrives on Friday, is to provide a quick refresher for the youngest players so they can hit the ground running when camp officially begins on Sunday. Worthy and the rest of the Chiefs rookies will take the field on Wednesday with Mahomes and Kansas City quarterbacks for the first of 3 pre-camp practices. The Chiefs received great news regarding first-round wide receiver Xavier Worthy's status on Tuesday. Head coach Andy Reid announced that Worthy will be a full participant in training camp. This is pretty exciting since we weren't able to see Worthy in OTAs. Worthy had missed the team's mandatory minicamp due to a hamstring injury that did cause concern about his debut in the NFL. However, those concerns can now be laid to rest. He looked quick and agile in a recent workout video he shared. With training camp officially starting this week, fans should be excited to see the speedy rookie on the field with Patrick Mahomes and the rest of the offense. The Chiefs kick off training camp on July 21st, wrapping up on August 15th, as the team aims to become the first team in NFL history to win 3 consecutive Super Bowls. We are all aware of the 3-peat and how it's never been done before. And it hasn't been done before because it's so hard to even give yourself the opportunity to. But I've talked about it before, the Chiefs really have the best shot to 3-peat in NFL history. And from what we see from Xavier Worthy this week in training camp, we will be able to learn a lot about this upcoming season. As training camp officially begins, we will finally get to see some of our first reps in practice with Mahomes and Worthy playing together. We all know Kansas City this offseason has been working on the deep ball a ton. They specifically worked on it a ton in OTAs, getting it ready for a much better offensive season than last year, where they led the league in drop. They upgraded their receiving core a ton this offseason, so they definitely don't want to lead the league in drops again. Like I mentioned, the Chiefs will soon have their rookies and quarterbacks report to St. Joseph, Missouri. The Chiefs are having them come out earlier than the rest of the team. These players will get a 3-day head start on practices before the entire 90-man offseason roster arrives for the team's first open practice on Sunday, July 21st. Worthy missed most of OTAs and mandatory minicamp due to a hamstring injury. The Chiefs took a cautious approach to ensure he would be healthy for the most crucial part of the offseason, training camp, where the foundation for the 2024 NFL season is laid. Having missed all but 1.5 practices during phase 3 of the offseason workout program, Worthy is now expected to finally return to the practice field this week. The number 28 overall pick in the 2024 NFL draft has already resumed training on his own between mandatory minicamp and training camp. He has been working out with private wide receiver and tight end skills coach Delphonte Diamond to prepare for the upcoming training camp. If all goes according to plan, Worthy should be back on the field, picking up right where he left off. The head start is crucial for the first rounder because he missed significant portions of the offseason where timing and chemistry between quarterbacks and receivers are developed. He'll need to make up for lost time from Wednesday through Friday at training camp, where he'll be one of just 3 rookie receivers in attendance. Despite limited action during phase 3 of the offseason program, Worthy has already made an impression on several of his defensive teammates. There's no denying that Worthy is an exciting player. He not only broke the NFL scouting combine record for the fastest 40-yard dash, but also boasts dynamic route running and high football IQ. His skills as a returner further add to his appeal, making it clear why there's so much anticipation to see what he can do as a pro. However, his hamstring injury has been a setback, keeping him out of a lot of activity this summer overall. Although it's considered a minor issue and the team is being cautious, it's still something to keep an eye on. Given Worthy's unique skill set and athletic profile, there's plenty of reason for excitement. Even without the injury, he'd be a top storyline to follow. Worthy's development won't make or break the Chiefs training camp or their regular season, but it will significantly impact the immediate returns from their draft class. There's no need to worry yet, but his progress is definitely a key story to monitor as this offseason continues. Another interesting rookie to watch out for during training camp is tight end Jared Wiley. The Chiefs selected Wiley in the 4th round of the 2024 NFL Draft after the former TCU star led all FBS tight ends in touchdowns with 8 and red zone touchdown grabs with 5. A transfer from the University of Texas in 2022, Wiley became a reliable weapon during his 2 seasons at TCU. In his first season, he caught 24 passes for 245 yards and 4 touchdowns in 15 games. His breakout year came in 2023 with 47 catches for 520 yards and 8 touchdowns. Wiley's performance earned him first team All Big 12 honors, and he ended his college career on a high note, setting the record for most single game receiving yards by a tight end in TCU history in his final home game. He recorded 173 receiving yards versus Baylor. Wiley might be one of the best value picks in the entire draft. The Athletics' Dane Brugler ranked him as the number 4 tight end in this year's class, behind only Brock Bowers, Jatavian Sanders, and Theo Johnson, and had him as the number 89 overall player. Kansas City managed to snag him at number 131. Similarly, NFL Network's Daniel Jeremiah ranked Wiley as the number 83 overall player. This suggests the Chiefs may have found significant value with Wiley, who impressed during offseason practices and now has the chance to build on that progress during training camp. The Chiefs kept only 3 tight ends from week 1 last season, but they had kept 4 tight ends in each of the 3 previous seasons. Behind Travis Kelce, Noah Gray is a lock for the roster, and Wiley's offseason performance and 4th round status make him a virtual lock as well. Even with Jared Wiley and other draft steals like Kingsley Samatia, the main story and player to watch during training camp will be Xavier Worthy. He was a top player going into the draft. I have yet to see him play in an NFL game. From what I've seen, I know he is more than just speed, but there's a lot of people out there who still think he's only quick and not a good overall wide receiver. Worthy and Marquise Brown have joined a wide receiver group that, apart from rookie Rashee Rice, produced little for the Chiefs last season. Brown is 2 years removed from his best NFL season, catching 91 passes for over 1,000 yards for the Ravens in 2021. Last season, Worthy caught 75 passes for 1,014 yards in 14 games at Texas. The strategy behind signing 2 speedy wide receivers was to revive this passing game. The Chiefs ranked 14th in the league last season for pass plays of 20 yards or more with 52. However, much of that success came from yards after the catch, as the Chiefs were last in air yards on such plays, indicating receivers weren't getting open downfield. At rookie camp, Worthy demonstrated he's more than just fast, but his speed is immediately striking. On a deep pass, he was so quick down the field that he had to wait for the ball from Olajuwon, the backup. There's no doubt that the front office knew exactly what they were doing when they traded up for Xavier. He wanted to be a Chief as well, and everyone else hoped the Chiefs didn't get him, so it worked out perfectly for both the Chiefs and Xavier. Xavier will finally have his opportunity to show his skills during training camp, and fans will be able to see his quickness and explosiveness. Him and Mahomes will be able to build a ton of rapport as well. If you made it this far and you haven't yet, make sure you go down below and you subscribe so you never miss any Chiefs news or any videos at all. Like I mentioned earlier, I try to stream every single day, so you don't want to miss that. Make sure you guys leave a like as well. Comment down below what you're looking forward to most for next NFL season. I'll see y'all in the next one.